Hey guys, how are you doing? Codex just got a feature that a lot of people working with web development have been waiting for. Now it can work directly in Chrome, both on macOS and Windows, without hijacking your browser. That's right, the idea is simple but amazing. Instead of just changing the code and waiting for you to test everything manually, Codex can now browse pages, interact with interfaces, keep context between tabs, test complex flows, and even work with dev tools more efficiently. In other words, it starts to move beyond just being a code assistant and gets deeper into real development work. Testing, validating, navigating, repeating tasks, and choosing the best tool for each step. And the most interesting part is that this doesn't just depend on clicking on the screen. Behind all of this, it can write and execute code to complete these tasks automatically. Want to see how this works? Then let's get to the video. Well guys, today I want to share with you this new feature that a lot of people have been waiting for. Now, Codex can access your browser, both on Windows and macOS, without you having to do absolutely anything. But did other tools already offer this? Yes, but there's a very important detail. It doesn't hijack your browser. When you had an application that worked this way, you had to stop and let the agent do everything for you. But at that moment, during that period, you couldn't do absolutely anything on your computer. You had to sit and wait. Not anymore. Everything runs in the background, which is much more interesting because you're not stuck with the agent. If you're doing another task, there's no problem at all. It doesn't interfere. Listen up. Codex now works directly in Chrome, on macOS and Windows. It's even better at working with apps and sites in Chrome, and now it works in parallel between tabs in the background without taking over your browser. To get started, install the Chrome plugin in the Codex app. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. With the new Chrome extension, Codex can quickly move through repetitive tasks in your browser, like navigating structured pages and complex data entry flows. Behind the scenes, it writes and runs the code to navigate and complete these tasks. If a task requires multiple tools, Codex chooses the best one for each of those steps. It uses plugins when they can handle the job. Then, this user here wrote something really cool. OpenAI put Codex directly into Chrome for macOS and Windows. The difference, it works in parallel across multiple tabs in the background. It doesn't take control of your browser. And why does this change the game? Pay attention. The biggest friction with an agent until now was for it to click, scroll, and fill out a form. It had to take over your screen. You had to stop working and just watch. Codex in Chrome decouples that. You click on A and the agent clicks on B, C, and D in background tabs. At the same time, when it's done, it gives you the finished result. It also shows here what the obvious use cases are. Sorting through lots of tickets. It opens each one, reads and classifies. Boring internal tools that require a lot of clicks on the screen. Checking dashboards. Comparing information across countless pages. Researching many products before you make a purchase. It's like having a four-handed intern who does all the tedious work while you focus on making decisions. Combined with Codex LI, the agent now gets access to two parallel environments. The terminal with code and local tools, and the browser with web, SaaS, and dashboards. Almost everything a developer does fits into these two, so it's an integration that's being launched now. Before you had Codex in the CLI or in the app to prototype and create code for you. Now, they're adding this feature where you can leave the code editor, leave the CLI, and go to the real world of a browser, letting the agent do all the work for you, and once again, without taking over your computer. Let's see how this works. So, let's go. The first thing you'll have to do is install Codex on your computer. It can be Mac OS or Windows. Then, you'll go here to the plugins, and if Chrome isn't installed, you'll click and install it manually. To do that, just click here on Open on your It will be installing. It will bring you here to the Chrome extensions page. Then, just proceed with the extension installation. When this process is finished, the extension icon will already appear up here. I like to pin it to keep it right here on my taskbar, but you don't have to do that. Mine is already installed here, and now I can ask Codex to interact with my browser. I'm going to split the screen here to show you everything working in real time, starting with this task here that I did to test. So, what did I ask here? I used the Chrome plugin here and asked the following. Research the price of Arno brand ceiling fans and at the end, provide a table with the best prices. Then it accessed my browser here, brought the table for me, but then I asked it to go further, to take this data here and put it into Google Sheets. And this was the result. Look how cool. Without me having to do absolutely anything, it created the table here for me. And the most interesting thing is that all of this happened in real time, without my browser freezing. The tasks here were executed in the background, in other words, behind the scenes. So, all the functions here, not just from the browser, but also from my computer, were available so I could perform any kind of task. Let's go then. I'll show you this working in practice. I'll click here on New Chat. I'll even reduce this a little bit here. To activate the plugin, I start with the hour. Then I can choose any of the plugins that are installed here in my Codex. I'm going to select Chrome here and ask the following. Check out my prompt. I activated the Chrome plugin here. Separate the emails that are in my Gmail in the sent folder. Do this in chronological order and I'll send it. Notice that it has already accessed my account here and is showing me exactly everything that's happening without me having to do absolutely anything. In fact, I can come here and continue my browsing. Look, my browser isn't frozen. And I can use not only my browser here, but other features on my PC too, all happening in the background. So, the cool thing is that I'm not stuck. I don't have to wait for the agent to finish working to take control again. You can see it's still working here in the background. I can, for example, open a new tab here and continue browsing normally. Look, it's done. It finished accessing my browser, pulled up all the messages in the sent folder in my Gmail, and now I'm asking the following. Summarize the 5 most recent emails and put the result in Google Docs, and I'll send it. When it notices that a plugin isn't installed, it asks you to authorize the installation. So, it's cool because whenever it's going to perform a task that requires some kind of authorization, it asks you for it. So it's not all random. You know exactly what you're authorizing. Done. It's finished here. It went to my browser and pulled up the sent emails. Look how cool. A summary here of the 5 most recent emails. So this is amazing because it can save you a lot of time. I had a sent folder here with several emails. I asked it to make a summary, to find something specific, and then create a summary for me here in Google Docs. And that's exactly what it did. Now, I want to show you an example that is essential for anyone who works with web development. I'm going to enter a prompt here to create a landing page. I'll send my command. You can see that it has already finished creating my landing page here. And now I'm going to ask the following. Now, using the Chrome plugin, open a tab in the browser and test if the web page is working correctly by clicking on the menus and navigating between them. Then, make a report about it and I'll send it. You can see that it has already opened the landing page here in my browser and now it has already started running the navigation tests. Notice how it's browsing my site to check if everything works properly. Since it works in the background, I'll even enlarge the screen here so we can see it better. The cool thing is that it's also running the test for mobile devices. Isn't that neat? It's really interesting, right? Without me having to do absolutely anything, it's testing here to see if my site is working properly. Done. It has already finished testing my site and it's telling me the following. What was validated? The page opens correctly, loads the title, the desktop menu works, anchor navigation scrolls to the correct sections, the header changes to the compact state when scrolling. The mobile menu opens with the hamburger button, the mobile menu links work, and the menu closes after selecting the section. Main sections appear correctly on desktop and mobile devices. The final CTA and footer appear at Contato. Small note, on the first click attempt on mobile, the menu was not actually open, so the click on the link was intercepted by the page. When opening the hamburger menu correctly, the links worked without any issues. I didn't find any blocking functional error. And then it brings up the site here. In case I want to view it, I have the preview here inside Codex itself. So, besides testing in the browser, it shows me this preview here to show that everything is working correctly. So guys, the possibilities are endless. What I showed you here are just a few examples. What can you do? Now each of you has your own daily routine, your own workflow to interact with this artificial intelligence, using not only Codex but also now this direct integration with Google Chrome, which came to make things easier and bridge the gap between creating code and browsing the web. So, did you like it? Did you enjoy this integration with Google Chrome? Do you think it works in your daily life? Let me know in the comments, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
The highway is a ghost and the moon is a dime.